Have you ever wondered why criticism hurts so much, even when it's not true? The psychology of criticism reveals a shocking truth. Most critics aren't really attacking you. They're projecting their fears, insecurities, and need for control. Your brain, wired for survival, treats every negative comment like a threat, replaying it over and over, while the critic moves on in seconds. Criticism often comes from someone trying to protect their fragile identity, or from someone who feels powerless and uses words to regain control. Here's the kicker. Not all criticism is the same. Some is meant to help you grow, but most comes from ego, envy, or fear. Your mind can't always tell the difference, which is why even the smallest comment can feel like a personal attack. And yet, when you understand the intentions behind these words, criticism loses its power. What once felt like a wound becomes insight. What once felt like an attack becomes information, and suddenly you are free to grow, learn, and rise above. Stay with me, because if you know this secret, you'll never let anyone else's judgment define who you are. Psychology of criticism reveals something most people never realize. When someone criticizes you, they are not attacking you. They are attacking the version of you that exists inside their own mind. And that version is built from their fears, insecurities, and unresolved emotions. This means every harsh comment, every judgmental look, every negative opinion is actually a mirror reflecting the critic's inner world, not yours. The shocking part is that the brain tricks us into believing the opposite. We treat criticism like truth, even when it is nothing more than someone else's emotional projection. Think about it. A confident person rarely criticizes. A secure person rarely attacks. But someone who feels small will always try to shrink others. Criticism becomes their shield, their coping mechanism, their way of escaping their own internal discomfort. When they criticize you, they're trying to silence the voice inside them that whispers, "You're not enough." And here's the twist most people never see. Your growth, confidence, or talent often activates that inner voice in them. You don't make them insecure. You simply remind them of the insecurities they've tried to bury. They criticize not because you're wrong, but because you trigger something they don't want to face. That's why criticism feels personal but is almost never personal. It's an emotional echo from someone else's unfinished story. Psychology reveals a terrifying secret about criticism. Your brain is hardwired to give negative comments far more power than they deserve. While praise often slips by unnoticed, a single negative word can echo in your mind for days, weeks, or even years. This is not weakness, it's biology. Your brain evolved to treat negative information as a signal of threat, a danger to your survival. Long before modern society, ignoring a warning could mean death. Today, that ancient wiring hasn't disappeared. Your mind still reacts to criticism as if your social survival is on the line. The shocking truth is that your reaction is often far larger than the act itself. Someone may casually point out a mistake, yet your body floods with stress hormones, your heart races, and your thoughts spiral uncontrollably. You replay it, analyze it, and even personalize it, turning a fleeting comment into a full-blown emotional crisis. Meanwhile, the person who made the comment likely moves on in seconds, unaware of the storm they triggered inside you. Even more unsettling is that your brain does this automatically, without asking your permission. It prioritizes potential harm over reward, making it nearly impossible to ignore negativity. This is why criticism sticks to you while compliments vanish. The danger isn't in their words. It's in your brain's refusal to let go, turning every judgment into a psychological trap that feels inescapable. Psychology uncovers a shocking truth about criticism. Most of it has nothing to do with you, and everything to do with the critic's desperate need to make sense of their own world. Human brains crave certainty. When someone sees you doing something they can't understand, can't control, or that challenges their beliefs, it creates internal chaos. And chaos is uncomfortable, even terrifying. To reduce this discomfort, the mind often takes the easiest route: criticize. Judging you becomes a shortcut to calm their own anxiety. Here's the shocking part. The criticism isn't really about your choices, your actions, or even your success. It's about restoring order inside their mind. Your existence, your growth, or your confidence threatens the neat little story they have about themselves and the world around them. Criticism is their attempt to force the world and you into a version they can mentally digest. And it works like a psychological bandage. Labeling you, pointing out flaws, or mocking your behavior gives them a temporary sense of clarity, as if they have control over uncertainty. The more your life or choices diverge from what they consider normal, the louder and sharper their criticism becomes. What's truly shocking is that you might think criticism is a reflection of your worth, but in reality, it's just the echo of someone else's fear, insecurity, and need for control reverberating through your life. Psychology reveals a terrifying reality about criticism. Much of it is not about what you do, but about protecting the critic's fragile identity. When someone sees you acting, achieving, or thinking in ways that challenge their beliefs or self-image, their mind perceives a threat. This threat is not abstract. It feels personal, immediate, and dangerous. The shocking part is that your actions don't harm them directly. They simply highlight insecurities they've spent a lifetime trying to ignore. Criticism becomes their way of defending the story they tell themselves about who they are and where they belong in the world. What's even more unsettling is that this defensive response often appears aggressive. People lash out, judge, and undermine because they are terrified of facing the uncomfortable truth about themselves. Your confidence, your progress, or your difference forces them to confront questions they would rather avoid. Rather than self-reflect, the mind seeks a shortcut, attack the source of the discomfort. This is why criticism often feels personal, even when it isn't. Critics do not criticize to teach or to guide, they criticize to stabilize their own psyche. Every harsh word, every judgmental remark, every attempt to belittle is really a mirror of their own insecurities. The moment you realize this, criticism loses its power over you. What once felt like an attack is revealed as someone else's desperate attempt to survive emotionally in a world that challenges their identity. Psychology exposes a shocking truth. Most people never notice your brain reacts to criticism as if your life is in danger. One negative comment can trigger the same survival circuits designed to protect you from physical threats. That tight feeling in your chest, but other criticism is destructive, designed to undermine, control, or inflate the critic's ego. The truly alarming part is how difficult it is to tell the difference, especially when the critic speaks with confidence. Your mind treats both types with the same intensity, often leaving you emotionally shaken and confused. Destructive critics are often driven by envy, insecurity, or the need to feel superior. They don't care whether you succeed, they only care that their sense of self remains unchallenged. Their words are weapons disguised as advice. When they speak, they often sound convincing, logical, or even well-meaning, but their hidden motive is to assert dominance or protect their fragile self-image. The shocking reality is that many of us internalize these words, letting someone else's psychological battle dictate our self-worth without even realizing it. Constructive criticism, on the other hand, focuses on actions, not identity. It aims to illuminate blind spots and inspire growth. The key is awareness. Understanding intention allows you to filter out destructive noise and absorb what actually serves you. Without this awareness, you risk letting the wrong voices shape your life, and worse, you may unknowingly give power to someone whose goal is to diminish, not help, you. In the end, the psychology of criticism teaches us one powerful lesson. Most criticism is never truly about you. It's about the critic's fears, insecurities, and inner struggles. Your brain may amplify it, your emotions may react, but understanding this gives you the ultimate freedom. You can choose what to internalize, what to learn from, and what to let go. Every piece of criticism, whether constructive or destructive, can become a tool for growth if you see it clearly and don't let it control your self-worth. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video insightful, share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos that dive deep into the fascinating world of psychology. Your support helps us bring more life-changing content your way, and together we can explore the secrets of the mind, one video at a time.